The NBA today is basketball's global powerhouse, home to the greatest players, the brightest stars, and the most iconic moments in sports history. But there was a time when the NBA wasn't the only game in town, when a brash, upstart league forced it to evolve. This is the story of the ABA, the renegade league that dared to be different, and in doing so, transformed basketball forever. When the American Basketball Association, ABA, launched in 1967, the idea of competing with the NBA seemed laughable. The NBA had a 20-year head start, all the established talent, and the full weight of tradition behind it. But the ABA's founders had a bold vision. They would create a league that wasn't just an alternative, but a revolution. They targeted markets the NBA ignored, smaller cities hungry for professional basketball, and gave fans something the NBA wouldn't: pure, unapologetic entertainment. Their most visible symbol? A red, white, and blue basketball. Critics mocked it as a circus prop, but the ABA embraced the criticism. That colorful ball wasn't just a gimmick, it was brilliant for television, making the spin of the ball more visible and the game more dynamic. While the NBA played in dimly lit arenas with a dull orange ball, the ABA's games looked different before the first tip-off. The NBA of the 1960s was a slow, methodical game, dominated by big men and set shots. The ABA threw that playbook out the window. They introduced the three-point line, a radical idea at the time, rewarding sharpshooters who dared to fire from deep. They encouraged fast breaks, no-look passes, and above all, the dunk. While the NBA initially frowned on flashy plays, the ABA turned them into an art form. And then there was Julius Erving, Dr. J, the ABA's brightest star. With his soaring afro and gravity-defying dunks, he became the face of the league. His signature move, taking off from the free throw line, wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. The ABA wasn't just playing basketball, they were reinventing it. The ABA didn't just innovate, they fought dirty. When the NBA refused to let underclassmen enter the draft, the ABA pounced, signing high school phenom Moses Malone and future Hall of Famers like George Gervin. They lured NBA scoring champion Rick Barry with a then unthinkable contract, proving they could compete for top talent. By the early 1970s, the ABA was more than just a nuisance, it was a legitimate threat. Their all-star games were must-see events, full of behind-the-back passes and rim-rocking dunks. NBA purists sneered, but fans loved it. By 1976, the ABA's financial struggles forced a merger with the NBA. Only 4 teams survived: the Nets, Nuggets, Pacers, and Spurs, but their influence was undeniable. The NBA, once resistant to change, adopted the three-point line in 1979. The slam dunk contest, born in the ABA, became an NBA All-Star Weekend staple. Even today, the money ball in the three-point contest is a nod to the ABA's red, white, and blue roots. The ABA lasted just 9 seasons, but its impact is everywhere. When Steph Curry pulls up from 30 feet or Ja Morant soars for a dunk, they're playing the ABA's game, the league that was once dismissed as a gimmick. Didn't just challenge the NBA, it changed basketball forever. And the next time you watch an NBA highlight, remember, it might not exist if not for those renegades with the funny-looking ball. Drop a basketball in the comments and subscribe for more untold sports stories you won't hear anywhere else.